Hey guys, hope you're doing well. So we're gonna do a check-in. I'm gonna pull some cards, kind of get some messages. A lot of us are closing out cycles right now, so there's a lot of shifts in energy kind of taking place and changing. You should be having kind of last minute, if you're in this right now, you should be having kind of last minute energy and stuff coming up, things that maybe you thought you healed, but you're getting kind of more awareness to it, or you're like really like disconnecting and kind of closing out the chapter. And it's like you can might not energetically feel it, but in your mind, you can feel like the completion and closure. For the other people who are in the same type of cycle, I've been talking about this for a few days now, week or two or whatever, about like us connecting our inner child to our soul, to like our human logical mind, like all of those things kind of working in conjunction. And if you've been in that cycle, at least for the last few weeks, like consciously been in that cycle for the last few weeks, you might be noticing those kind of things coming up. So like when the inner child's coming up and is feeling like unsafe, what like your needs are or needs were, and how it kind of like related to and reflected your childhood wounds and stuff like that. There's a lot of different things like that coming up. There's old triggers coming up. There's almost these like subtle tests that are going on. They're like laughing as I said that. There's almost these like subtle tests going on where it's not like really obvious tests, not really obvious triggers or towers, but if you'll notice, it's almost like these subtle things that are kind of coming up and you're handling them in a different way. You're responding to them different. You might have some of the old emotions coming up, but you're responding to them in a different way. There's a lot of changes they're saying with relationships right now, and they're saying like some relationships are ending, some are blossoming right now too. So, yeah. All right. Let me just pull some cards and see kind of what they say. But they keep emphasizing relationships to me. Like cycles ending with relationships for, like hold on. Let me see what they're saying. Hold on. So they're saying like when your cycles are closing with old relationships, it's helping you to bring in or rekindle other relationships, like reconnect with other people, or to connect with new people. Like it's bringing in new relationships and stuff. So are we just doing the two? Oh, all right. I guess we're doing the two and it's the masculine, feminine. I wasn't even trying to pull that way. So, we got the conflict card on the bottom. It actually feels totally different than what I normally get from this card. It actually feels like you guys are really handling like the emotional storms a lot better. You're really handling shit that's coming your way. It almost feels like some of you guys have tougher lessons or situations or deeper ones kind of coming at you even stronger than before. And it's like you're kind of like handling them really well and breezing through them. Like you kind of have that awareness or acknowledgement of like learning to flow with things or not react as much, or learning to embrace changes and work through disappointments and work through things. And like a lot of people they're saying are like getting to this phase, if this message is for you, because it's not going to be for everybody, of getting into surrender mode. And when you're in surrender mode, it's like you get to this place where you're not really trying to force anything. You understand that if you don't have something right now, it's because you're not ready for it. There's something within you, or a situation is just not ready, and it's preparing you for what you want. So you're not forcing yourself to do things out of alignment. You're not forcing yourself to really do anything. You're more so just kind of flowing and doing what feels right, and understanding that if if it's not happening or you don't have the energy or motivation for it, there's a reason for it. And it doesn't mean you have to understand it or know it. You just kind of let it be. You just let things be what they are. So yeah. So for the feminine, we got intuition and manifestation. And for the masculine, we got courage. I have no idea why that me pull the cards like this, but we shall see. So for the feminine, it's the energy I'm getting is almost like your intuition might feel blocked. I think we got this message the other day. Almost like your intuition might feel blocked, but you're still connected. It's just in a different way and it's more subtle. You're not needing that like strong connection and validation and answers like you needed to, but you're still getting those epiphanies and you're still getting those breakthroughs when you're needing them. And it's because they're trying to help you to come into balancing those three energies, like where you're balancing the human part of you, you're balancing the inner child part of you, and you're balancing the soul part of you. And so you went from like kind of one mode to another, and you keep going in and out of it, but you're not really supposed to be in that energy because you're needing to sit in certain lessons. And they're saying like it's going to come back stronger, like it's going to come back to how it was, like, and stronger, but it's going to be like more like smooth, where they're saying like some of you guys were already in this where you didn't really need a channel, you could just feel and it just happened, or however you receive the energy, it just kind of happened, you just kind of knew. Like a clear knowing, they're saying. So that's what it feels like for the feminine. It definitely feels like this inner child fear of letting go of something though. It feels like a masculine wound though. So it could, oh, did you bring something for me to throw this time? She's so fucking cute. So you gotta stop on the chair and scratch it before you went and chased your thing. No, stop. You know better. It feels like a masculine childhood wound. It might relate to somebody else. Or it could be your own masculine energy, but it definitely feels like a fear there relating to some type of masculine wound or masculine energy. For some of you, it's letting go of like your inner child's trying to hold on to pain from a situation because you're scared to let it go. You don't feel ready to let it go. It's almost like you have kind of more awareness to some of the lessons and things that you need to work through in order to receive what you want, but it's like you're kind of scared to let go of it. They're also wanting me to bring this up too. Sometimes you guys actually block things unintentionally, but I'm going to say this. If you're blocking it, you're supposed to be blocking it. Like there's always a lesson to be learned when it's situations like that. Because even if you're not outwardly doing stuff, if you're internally chasing stuff and energetically, emotionally chasing stuff, even if your outward behaviors aren't reflecting that, you're still not surrendering and you're still not trusting. So there's still a blockage that's there. And there's still like a fear or underlying conditioning or belief system that's there that needs to clear. But I will say this though, it's there for a reason, for you to see when it's the right time for you to clear it, when it's the right time and release it at the right time. So are you bringing me something to throw? You're just going crazy. Hi. Are you bringing me something or are you just going to be crazy? Nope, we're just going to be crazy, yeah? Okay, here. Here. Hold on. No. Sage, go get it. You want another one? Oh, I'm going to have shit all over my floor again. Here, I'll throw a ball for you. How about that? Ooh. Yeah, she's waiting for that shit. Good. Okay, so with the masculine, it feels like they're on this journey, this spiritual, like, awakened journey. It feels like they've had kind of awareness before, but things are kind of clicking into place for them. And it feels like they really know what they need to do now. There might be some, like, confusion or lack of clarity for the long term. Like, they see the long-term goal and they have, like, kind of the steps in front of them. They might not have full steps beyond that, but they have kind of, like, the initial steps that they need or the things that they need to heal and work on. They're kind of getting triggered through conversations with people, social media, things like that. Certain things that they're seeing in the outer reality is going to be triggering them. So it could be them watching, like, you just dropped it for yourself. There could be, like, a movie or TV show they're watching that triggers some type of emotion that has to do with, like, an old relationship or has to do with friendships or family, stuff like that. Stuff with their own feelings about themselves too. And it feels like they're more willing to accept kind of their feelings and really learn to step in their power. Really, like, they still feel a little anxious and fearful, but they feel more courageous and they feel more empowered to step into their truth and their energy and set more boundaries and take care of themselves in, like, a healthier way. And it feels like things that they were scared to do before, they're, baby, where's the thing? They're more willing to do now than they were in the past. And it feels just like they definitely have some inner child wounds. Theirs actually feels like mother wounds, specifically. Mother wounds, and as it relates to relationships with others. They're saying like romantic relationships especially, but also with their friendships. If they look at their mother wound, they might start seeing how there are certain things about her that they didn't understand about her, that they're starting to now. And it's helping them to understand things about themselves, but also helping them to understand things about their relationships too that they weren't able to see before. And I'm just keep hearing the word acceptance and resistance. They didn't give me clarification. They just said acceptance and resistance. So, Sagey baby, go get one of your toys. You have so many toys. Go grab, where's your little fish? Go get your toy. I'll throw it for you. We're not going to go tear up mom's table though. We're going to be good. Come here. Come here. Let me grab your tail. Give me here, you cute little bitch. Okay. Hold on. This cat distracts me every time. Come here. Come here. Give mom some love. Say hi. Say hi. Come here. She's like, no, I'm going to do what I want when I want to, mom. Hey. No, we're just going to, okay, whatever. We'll dress it whenever she starts knocking shit over, which is probably in like 3 seconds. Okay. Ooh, damn, that card fucking flipped. Change your life. Oh my goodness. Immediately with that card, what I got is like something's going to completely shift. It already feels like these bigger shifts that have taken place internally, but it feels like just something's going to kind of shift and like really, nope. Something's gonna like kind of shift and release, and like you're gonna kind of let go of like the past and all the things holding you back, and you're just gonna like move forward. It feels like whenever it does take place, it's gonna really just kind of happen out of the blue, and it's just gonna happen fairly quickly. Babe, you're very distracting. Sagey. She's literally just sitting like right behind the camera, but I know her. She's going to start knocking shit over because this is what she always does. God damn it. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to leave you. I know you're going to do what you do. Okay. So we got on the bottom 4 of Gabriel with 4 of Michael. I'll just show you that card in case you need to see it. 2 of Ariel. This one's about bringing balance in. Bringing balance into your life in all aspects, and the masculine, feminine, bringing balance into like literally everything. With the 4 of Michael and 4 of Gabriel, for some of you guys are in this period of like rest, this period of like internal healing and stuff, and it's bringing you exactly what you want. A lot of you guys are doing healing and emotional like work, internal work and stuff like that. So, after that kind of phase ends, and you might have been in a while, might have been in it for a while. I don't know why that was hard for me to say. But after that, like something really positive is going to shift, and something like you've been working toward is going to just kind of come in for you. For a lot of you guys who are in this cycle and you're at this phase right now, you're already kind of seeing little bits and pieces of how it's going to come in maybe, or how it's going to happen. You don't have the full clarity or picture of it, but you can kind of see it starting to trickle into your life and seeing how it's like already slowly showing up in the physical reality. Are we going to be good? You're so fucking cute. Okay. Change your life. 2 of Gabriel, the Emperor. So major life events, right? We got 2 out of 4, 2 out of 3. I like got hit with so much energy earlier. And I was like, I'm going to take a nap. And I didn't really get a nap. I was in this weird, like, half awake state. But it just made me, like, groggy and stuff. But then, like, I woke up a little bit ago. And I'm like, I don't know why. I just felt, like, compelled to do a reading. So I'm like, all right, I'll do a reading. Like, I have no idea why. But just, like, this, like, I don't want to say urgency. But, like, urgency to kind of do a reading. That is, like, go do a reading type energy. Anyway, with the change your life, I already kind of told you with this. For some of you guys, it does feel like you have gotten kind of guidance or clarity about things that you need to shift, and you're not doing it. You're like resisting it. Okay, that's what they're talking about. They were saying the resistance and acceptance. It's like you're resisting making those changes and accepting things. It feels too like this emotional change where you have to you're like resisting dealing with certain emotions or certain things that you find challenging. And the reason you're doing that is because you have to also accept your part in these situations, and you have to accept maybe you weren't choosing yourself, you weren't doing what was best for you. But it's, you know, Spirit's saying like, it's not a thing to shame yourself. It's not a thing to feel guilty over. It's more so an acknowledgement of how far you've come, and realizing that like when you made the choices that you made them, you were doing them the best way you could. You were a different person back then. Stop. And doing things, you know, out of trauma and stuff like that. You weren't doing things in the energy and the maturity you're in now. With the Two of Gabriel and the Emperor, I just get some boss ass energy from these two cards together. Sage, come on. Nope. Because you're distracting me. Come on. Let's go. Come on. I'm going to put you in the room. Come on. Go. Get down. Or sit on my lap. Actually, better yet. Nope. You're going to snuggle. Come on. Snuggle time with moms. Come here. Literally. Stop. Come here. You love snuggling with me. Stop being a little a-hole. She's such an attention whore. I think she's going to stay a toddler forever. And I will tell you, hold on, I don't know if you can see her face. She's like going to sleep. I secretly love it. Like, I love little cats that are little shits because they just have such a little rebellious personality. And I think they're so fucking cute. She's so cute. Anyway, okay, with the Two of Gabriel and Emperor, yeah, I was getting this like boss ass energy. It's just like whenever this shift takes place, like, and you guys are being prepared for it now, only if you're in this energy, they keep wanting me to emphasize, only if you're in this group and this energy and this like relates to you, not just you want it to, right? Everybody's in different shifts. Like something's going to shift and you're going to be starting something new. For some of you, it's definitely going to be working with somebody else. For some of you, could be working with a spiritual, like your spiritual team, but for some of you, it's going to be working with somebody else or somebody helping you with something. It's not necessarily like a partnership as in long term, but it could be that you're starting something new and somebody is helping you along with it. So it's not as stressful for you, or they're giving you kind of insight or something like that. I keep seeing like a paper being signed. So for some of you, it definitely might be like a contract or something. Like you're moving somewhere, like real estate type stuff, a business like contract. So you might be like doing something with somebody else. You might be like signing up to do like a podcast or something with like a company. Somebody might be helping you with like a business that you have. Just things like that. That's kind of what it feels like. And it definitely feels like just this, they're showing me like the earth, like the very earthy, grounded energy with the rainbow, like after the storm, and with the Emperor, who is like the divine masculine, who stands in his fucking power, who takes charge. He's very grounded. And it's stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. And the other ones, make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. When I read that, they also said to me is being mindful of who is in your company, because you don't realize that people, it's not that people have to share the same mindset or view as you, but they have to be at your same level as far as what is important to you. Like, and I talked about this, I think it was like last week or something, where it's like, you know, the non-negotiables. I love saying that because it's true. The non-negotiables in relationships, but really anything. The non-negotiables, and stop fucking settling. This, Jesus, the fire intensity card. Stop settling with stuff. And it's like if it's important, like if communication is important for you and somebody is not willing to work on that, or if they are not able to hold themselves accountable for things, and it's something that really is something you need to feel safe in a relationship or to feel cared about, then why do you keep putting energy into these relationships? Because what you don't realize is you are subconsciously telling yourself that's all you're worth, and you're settling. And it's like, you can love somebody and, you know, whatever, but it's like you have to do it in your own time, obviously, like when you're ready for it. But it's more so of bringing awareness to the relationships that are really not rewarding, that are not fulfilling, where you feel like they're not allowing you to be to be free, to be who you are, to grow together. They're holding you back. And it feels like some of you guys are in relationships. It doesn't just mean romantic. It means, you know, with family, means with like family, friends, just any type of relationship, even with yourself. And it's like you're holding yourself back from being fully who you are. Ooh, okay. Well, that's another message, because I've noticed that today with people holding themselves back from being who the fuck they are. And they're like, no, I don't. And they all do. Like, I can feel your energy, and the words that are coming out of your mouth contradict it, but they don't realize they do. Because they don't realize how they're not actually being themselves. They think what they're saying is normal because it's what was said to them. And they're feeling like they have to like tone themselves down, or just not fully be them, or not show people their spiritual side, or talk about certain things, or express themselves fully because other people are going to be hurt or upset. And they don't even like have awareness they're doing it. Most of us don't have awareness when we're doing it until we have awareness, right? We don't know what we don't know that we don't know until we know it. And, oh shit. Okay. So yeah, that's another thing that's kind of coming up. And some of you guys, especially the masculines, but some of the feminines too, might be getting triggered on that, seeing where they're not fully standing in their power, speaking their truth, or being themselves. So I do get this energy for the people who are like that moon cycles. I do get the energy, and I get that there's going to be an ending with the next full moon. There's going to be something closing out for most of you guys, which I think we're in a new moon now. So probably, Alexa, when is the next full moon? This bitch. Alexa, when is the next full moon?
The next full moon will be on April 6th at 12:34 a.m.
April 6th. So that's like the 21st. Okay, like 2 weeks. I do get a lot of you guys are going to be closing stuff out, ending cycles. They're showing me like Pisces energy, and then like crying. So, it might relate to a Pisces, or just could be like the Pisces energy, and like kind of closing out like emotional cycles, cycles where you were kind of indecisive, or like where they were really like imbalanced, and they were kind of mirroring like shadows and stuff like that of yourself. With this, okay, so the Lotus Resurrection and the Waterfall Persistence, I actually got like the best energy when I looked at these cards. It's like this blossoming and becoming like fully who you are, and it's like working through things, and it's like you're stopping, like you're not giving up on stuff that you want. Okay, yeah, I forgot about that message. You're not giving up on things that you wanted, that you used to maybe run away from because you were scared, stuff like that. And a lot of you guys are like moving forward and persevering. So this is what they said. Part of the not being who you fully are, some of you guys are in situations where you're not maybe speaking your full truth because it's not the right time to speak your full truth. If you're in that situation, you're going to already know exactly what I'm talking about, and you're going to be able to fully be yourself. And it's almost like some type of door opportunity is going to come up, or something's going to come up with your situation where you're going to fully just express yourself, and the other person is too. Like something's just going to like almost like just open up, and it's like going to be this sense of relief for both people. Whatever that situation is, if that was for you, you would have intuitively felt like what I was just talking about, because there was definitely some energy that spirit had go out when I was saying that. So you would already know exactly what I'm talking about. You wouldn't even need to think of it. It would have popped in your head. Okay, we got Desert Thirst, Sequoia Tree Balance, and Sage Purification. And speaking of sage, I don't know where that cat went. She's probably relaxing in my chair waiting for me. I am actually thirsty. For some of you, I do get this energy where you're longing and wanting, and you haven't received what you wanted. Some of you, it feels like you've received kind of like a little like trickling, or just kind of a little bit of awareness of something slowly coming in for you. It hasn't fully come in, stuff like that. For some of you, it feels like it's almost like this impatience where you don't take like the little pieces, you need the full thing. Like that. And for some of you, it kind of feels almost like this anxiety, fear type energy as you're really waiting for the full picture. And Spirit's saying that's because you're blocking yourself mentally from actually seeing what's already here. Like with whatever you've been asking for, it's already partially here right now. You're just not able to see because you're looking at the full picture of what you want versus how it's actually slowly coming in so it's safe and stable for you. So things are good and you're working through the kind of things that would be imbalanced if it came in, and you're working through creating that strong foundation as the pieces are coming in. You're in like old and new, but you're mostly in new energy. You just don't have the awareness to it because there's like a lot of spirit saying there's like a lot of like illusion energy in your mind because a lot of you guys are dealing with past traumas, you're dealing with past emotions, and you're clearing those. And as you're doing that, that's where your energy kind of feels right now. So you're not able to see the present reality as clear as it actually is. Like where things actually are, how you're like literally at the finish line. Like you're not able to see that. I got some like good energy with that too. So yay. Okay. With the Sequoia, cannot fucking talk. Sequoia tree balance. This is kind of the same message about balancing those 3 different types of energy, balancing like taking care of yourself, you know, like doing things, balancing just your life in general, like what you want, what you need, what you just like all of those things, kind of balancing them and making sure they're staying in balance. And it's not like a, let me checklist and make sure I'm doing all these things. It's listening to my body, listening to my intuition, listening to myself. And if there's something that needs, you know, more attention, then giving that more attention. That's part of what balance is. It's not, we need to equally divide things. We need to make sure, you know, whatever, it's naturally doing what's flowing. And when we're naturally doing what's flowing, we're taking care of and balancing the areas we need. But again, Spirit's saying some of you guys are resisting that and resisting what your body is telling you or resisting what is being shown to you. For whatever reason, you're not wanting to accept certain things. And so that's where you're kind of imbalanced. So if you look at what you're desiring or what you feel like you're lacking or where there's like a lack of energy or motivation, stuff like that, kind of look and see what you're feeling and go into that. With the Sage Purification, I got the same ass energy I got with the other card where it's like something's just going to clear. Like as soon as the cycle ends, it's almost like they're showing me, it's almost like it's going to go and just like close up and like get thrown out. It's just gonna leave. And you're gonna just feel like it's just cut off. Like the old life is like just in the past. Like the old life is just like a distant memory of somebody you used to be, somebody you used to know, like that type of stuff. And you're going to be in a different energy and you're going to be in that abundant energy, in that passion energy, in that creation energy, in that energy of living the dream life you've been working toward. And they're saying like, we know that you can't really see things the way we can see things because you're looking at things through your logical mind, but everything is not logical. And they want me to give you guys this example. So I was talking to somebody I met today and I was trying to explain to her about not like trying to control everything. So I had this order, and that like got placed on the website this weekend. And so I'm off, you know, Monday it's Wednesday today. I'm off Monday and Tuesday. And I was like, Monday, I'm like, I'm going to do the order. And I just ship it. And I was just like, I had no energy to do it. I had like all kinds of stuff coming up or whatever. And then, I was like, all right, I'm going to do it, you know, Tuesday. Well, I was going to do it Sunday night originally. That didn't go as planned. Went to do it Monday. That didn't happen. It's not even like something that would take me more than 10 minutes to do. Tuesday. And then like all day, and I was like, you know what? I get into this. If it's meant to be, then it's going to happen. My logical mind goes, but I want to have good customer service, but I want them to be able to get it as soon as they want, because this is the things that I want, right? One of the things that I've learned over time is let it be. If you're supposed to do it, you'll fucking do it the day you're supposed to do it. Like you can have it in your mind, all right, this is something I need to get done. But if your energy is not pulling you to it, stop like worrying about it. Like don't keep like pushing shit and forcing stuff. So what I was trying to explain to her was like, you don't know why you're not shipping it. All you know is what kind of anxiety is causing you, or what is, you know, I'm speaking for myself, but I was trying to explain this to her. Like what thoughts is causing in you, or why you're feeling like you need to control and all of these things. They go, but you don't know that there's going to be something with a weather, you know, like a storm or a mail situation or something that you needed to prevent from happening. Or I said, I noticed for me, a lot of times when packages get delayed, it annoys the shit out of me too sometimes, because I'm like, what the hell? Like, I shouldn't say it annoys the shit out of me, but I'm just like, damn it, I really wanted this. I was really excited about it, and now I have to wait, right? Patience is a thing of mine. I'm patiently impatient. I will wait for stuff, but I don't like to wait for stuff, right? So I've learned how to I've been so much better. Pat myself on the back for that one. Been so much better about being patient and surrendering. But anyway, what I noticed is it will come on a certain day after it's been delayed, and it's almost always a day where I'm just going through a lot of fucking hell, and it's almost always my slime. When I order slime for myself, it's almost always when I order slime for myself, like I'll be like so excited to get the slimes in because I'm like a 5-year-old. I'm so excited to get the slimes in, right? And then it's like, oh, it's supposed to be here, you know, Friday now. It's not gonna be here till Monday. And I'm like, motherfucker. Well, I notice on those days, I almost always have like huge purges or huge emotional shit going on, and I get the slime in, and it's almost like, oh, this just made my day so much better to get this in. Thank you. I understand why it was delayed. So we don't always understand the reasoning why we're not doing the things that we're forcing ourselves to do or trying to force ourselves to do or expecting ourselves to do. We put ourselves in all these like time constraints and restrictions for a lot of things we do. We're like, oh, we have to do this task, or we have to do this, or we have to do this. If you were supposed to do it, then you would be doing it. And I don't really believe in this whole like self-sabotage, procrastination. Yeah, we can, but I think that like we have so much conditioning like for everything. Oh, I've noticed it so much even with myself, even deeper than I realized before, like with fucking everything. It's been coming, I'm like, damn, motherfucker, that's crazy. So anyway, like we don't realize all these things, but if we flow, we'll just do it the day we're supposed to do it. We don't need to understand why we're not doing it. We just need to accept that, okay, I don't have the energy to do it today. That's okay. We'll have to wait till tomorrow. Okay, well, maybe that person's learning a lesson. Maybe that person, you know, needs it on a certain day. Maybe there's so many different fucking reasons that delays happen, disappointments happen, shit like that. Something positive always comes out of it, but there's always kind of something that's going on for you, for them, for both of you. So it's kind of like looking at why are we trying to force these things? Why are we trying to do these things? And just going with the flow. Like I always tell people, like I try not to make plans for the next day when I have my days off. Like if I have plans to go hang out with somebody or something, that's one thing. But like for myself, they never go through because I'm always in a different energy that I think I'm going to be or planning on being, and it never works out. So for me, I just kind of go with, what do I feel like doing today? What does my energy feel like? Like yesterday, last night, I was kind of like, you know what? I've been like purging. I've just had so much shit going on. I'm feeling like energetic. My mind's calm finally. Like the fucking crown chakra calmed down yesterday. Like, but I was like, my energy feels a little, you know, whatever, like my physical energy. And I was like, I want to watch this show. I want to go eat some fucking good food. I'm going to order some food. I'm going to watch this show. I'm going to put my phone down and I'm going to zen the fuck out. And I did it for a few hours and I was watching a good show. I started watching New Girl like a few days ago. I'm like, this shit is funny as fuck. I don't know how I have not watched it. If you have Netflix, go watch it on Netflix. But anyway, that's the whole point, is like learning how to surrender, learning how to just let things be. And it is a balance of like working. It's a balance of doing our healing. It's a balance of taking care of ourselves physically. It's a balance of resting and all different things. So it's just flowing, because it's always just kind of shifting and changing. So anyway, I hope that this helps. I hope you guys all have an awesome night.